and I believe I have a lot of heart, and I can battle with anybody when it comes to heart.
Hey, First Take back at Bucks Camp. Our next guest in good company as a rookie. He's one of 3 quarterbacks ever to throw for 4,000 pass yards and 20 TDs in his first season, joining Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, not bad company to be in, of course, and a Pro Bowl signal caller entering his sophomore campaign, Jameis Winston.
Hey, what's up?
Thank
What's
you.
going on, man?
Thanks for having us.
Thank y'all for having me.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, you
too.
are looking lean.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
Getting in shape? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hold on, Molly.
Yeah.
I'm going to dig a little deeper
You
here.
go.
Because you see, I know Tim Grover.
You do?
Tim Grover and I go back a long ways, and I read up that he's the reason you came, you lost about 18 pounds. What you do to lose 18 pounds? I'm asking for personal reasons, Tim. How you lose 18 pounds?
Hard work pay off, man. You got to work hard in the off season. It was my first true off season as a player my whole life, really, because I always played baseball. So, man, it was exciting to get in the weight room, get in there with Tim Grover, man. He's a workaholic. He's always pushing me, always making me strive for greatness.
How different is training camp now in your second season?
It's different in terms that I'm very familiar with the playbook. As a rookie, you're trying to come in and you're trying to learn the playbook. You're trying to get accustomed to the guys that you're around. But now it's just like, man, this is my team. This is our team. So it's fun. I can play more free and be more chill.
For me, I remember every time I would come into training camp, I would always try to focus on something that I felt like I didn't do well the year before. Coming into your second year as a year, you can make vast improvements. What are you focusing on in camp right now that you want to see play out in the preseason games and bring to the regular season?
Well, my footwork and my rhythm. Getting the ball out on time in this league is very big. You don't got enough time to sit there and hold the ball even for a 2 count sometimes with these DNs these days. So just my pocket presence, feeling the rush, not moving too much in the pocket, and just taking what I need and getting the ball out on time.
When we look at you playing with this team, I want you to talk to me about coming into your rookie year. Everyone was talking about you, Mariota, you. How did you view yourself? And did you pay attention to the comparisons walking into last season, your rookie year?
No, not really. When I walked in here, my main objective was to come in here like, man, this team won 2 games last year. We got to get some wins on the board. So that was my main objective, to go and win. And after that first game, when Mariota just blasted me, I was like, man, I got to wake up. It's time to ball. And we came back strong. I was blessed to have a great supporting cast with you just was sitting with Doug Martin, man. That guy can really tote that ball. Had a great offensive lineman and a bunch of great receivers that worked for me.
For me, I just remember watching, I mentioned in the break, I was like, if we're going to do it big. Obviously, everybody's seen that pregame speech, but I remember coming into last year, they had some veterans here that were talking about your leadership role on the team, and I think you're a natural-born leader. That's why I talked to D. Craig about you, and he was saying from the moment he met you, he knew that. How has your leadership changed now that you're coming into your second year? You know the playbook. How are you dealing with teammates now as the starting quarterback?
Man, it's the same mentality. My job as a leader is not to just go out there and talk and push guys. My job is to serve these men. So anything I can do to help them out, anything I can do to help them get the upper hand, I'm going to do that, just to make their jobs easier. Because if I make their jobs easier, they make my jobs easier.
Right, no doubt.
What are the kind of things you do, James? I mean, I want to know. Because here's the thing. You're young.
Right.
You were a rookie last year, so you're supposed to be carrying bags. You're supposed to be doing a lot of different things, right?
Yeah.
But you're the quarterback. So it's everybody's best interest to make you happy. So, I mean, how exactly did that work? I mean, what were you willing to do as the star young quarterback for the franchise who was also a rookie?
Man, it was so easy. Because I always live by real, recognize real. So you got to be genuine with these men. You can't come out here and be their friend one day and then the next day you act like a whole different person. You be yourself, and they respect that. You have conversations with everybody. I'm not just having conversations with the Jared McCoy, even though he's the best player on our team. I'm having conversations with Jacob Shawn, my punter, let him know, hey, man, I need you to pin this ball inside the 10-yard line, so we can get good field position coming back. Building relationships and not just building relationships with your teammates, building relationships with your PR people, building relationships with your janitor people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you build that family culture. And I feel like that's what we had at Florida State, and I can see that happening here.
Let me transition this subject to the NFC South. Because before you got here, I'm not gonna have you try to backdoor me. I'm gonna beat him to it, James.
It was coming.
I'm gonna bring him to it, James. All right. we got in an argument because the question was, where do you rank Jameis Winston within the NFC South? Now, real knows real. So I had to put you last because we talking Drew Brees. And so it's talking Cam Newton, Drew Brees, and Matt Ryan. This man had you second. I think it's because he's here.
Yeah.
That's why I think. Talk to me about
What they gonna do me here?
Man, I respect that. I really thank you. I appreciate that. But you know, like I said, hard work pay off. You know, this is year 2 in the league. I can't expect for you to put me up there with those people like that. Cam Newton, this man just came off a Super Bowl. Matt Ryan has been a consistent quarterback in this league, and Drew Brees is going to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Yes, sir.
You know, so my time will come. You know, my main focus is, like I say, is to get these wins up here at Tampa Bay. You know, get everything going internally with our team. We're not really focused on the NFC South right now. I'm pretty sure when the season time comes and people
just so you know, we only talk about this year. We won't talk about the future because we know the future. We only
Don't
talk
try
about
to
this year.
backtrack now.
I'm being honest with you. You're not being honest with us.
talking about last year?
No, we talk about this year, but right now, this year. But let me ask you this, and then I'm going to go to them. You thought about Mariota, and you saw Mariota do what he did in game 1, and you said, I got to get it on. So if that was your attitude watching Mariota from one game, what's your attitude as a quarterback for this franchise when you think about what Drew Brees is probably going to do week to week, what Matt Ryan is capable of doing, what Cam Newton undoubtedly in all of our eyes will do? What's your mentality when you compare yourself to those guys in terms of how you have to perform?
I got to go out there and compete. You know, because me personally, I don't think that those guys got anything on me. You know, I believe that he won that day. You know, when I'm going out there and competing against these guys, this is football. You know, this ain't like basketball when you know the Warriors gonna go out there and blow somebody out. You know, if they playing the Utah Jazz or somebody like that, this is football. You know, so if
Tell them again, this is football, man.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, if we can win that day, we got to win. You know what I'm saying? Carolina Panthers, they were undefeated until Atlanta won that day. You know, no one would think that they were gonna get beat by Atlanta. So that's how it is. You know, it's really forcing your will upon another man. And I tell you what, man, if you're going out there and competing and you can get your teammates to ride for you, you can beat anybody.
And we showed earlier your rookie numbers were pretty much identical to Cam's rookie numbers. Also, we showed that.
Right. So here's my question on a smaller scale from where Stephen A. was going. You talked about the first week against Mariota, and I'm a defensive player, and I look at things from a defensive standpoint. What was different about defense in the NFL, especially early in your career? I mean, because you did play in the second best, you know, football conference in college football, the second best.
Yeah,
the first best was SEC.
Yeah, when I was at Florida State, we would beat anybody on any conference. You know, when I was there. Sadly, the only game we lost was against Mariota.
I was there.
So
Now I'm just messing with you, but you know, early, like you say, you talked about the first game.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna take you back to the first pass that I threw was a pick 6 touchdown.
Right.
That was one of the first times I seen 2 man in my career. You know, we didn't even practice that at practice. You know, we weren't anticipating them playing 2 man, but that happened. But the thing is, it's not about that first game. You know, that first game jitters or somebody that come up. But no, the thing is you put that behind you and you go to New Orleans in a tough atmosphere and you get your first win as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? It's not what defines you is how you bounce back and not really your downfall. But one thing we go by here is we always gotta we learn from our mistakes. Right. You know, and that's what I've been doing.
I did great.
Cam Newton busted onto the scene. I mean, he's been here for a while. Don't get me wrong, but he just took it to another level. I mean, he's the league MVP for a reason. He deserves it. When you see what he has done at his age, being who he is, how does that inspire you? I'm just talking about from a positive standpoint, looking at Cam Newton, African-American quarterback, young as he is, gifted as he is, and literally allowing it all to reach fruition, doing what he's doing.
Man, I personally can give Cam Newton some credit for me being here in the position that I am in now. You know, me being a kid from Alabama, seeing this man play at Auburn, growing up, you know, wanting to go to Auburn just because he went there, and seeing the adversity that he faced, just coming out, and everybody just scrutinizing and saying this man can't throw the football game, but all I see is this man winning football games and leading his team. You know, I'm always a big fan of Cam Newton, and that just motivates me to be myself. You know, people really don't take in the fact that you need to be who you are. You know, if you this type of person, why are you trying to act like another type of person? You know what I'm saying? Be who you are, be true to yourself, and your teammates will respect that, you know, and that's just how life is in general. We got so many people in society trying to be, you know, superstars and be fake, you know, be yourself.
authentic.
Amen.
Yeah, be the
They're
best
living
you.
life,
Amen.
man.
Yeah.
No question. Definitely like your mindset there and the
Oh,
confidence.
last question.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got one more.
Go for it.
Lovie Smith is gone. I want to know, how did that hit you, and how do you feel about Dirk Cutter being your new head coach?
Man, it hit me so hard. It hit me hard, you know, because as a rookie quarterback, you're not thinking that you're gonna lose your head coach the first year. And I had a unique bond with Coach Lovie, him being an African American head coach, you know, and I really loved it. And I was like, man, I ain't had this since Little League football when my dad had coached me. But you know, it's no other man in this world that I would want to be my head coach other than Coach Cutter. You know, because the fire and the passion that man has for the game, you know, I would do anything for him. He was the reason why I was out there, you know, 3rd and 19 and was willing to run, you know, to get the first down for him, because I know that he just came from Atlanta and he don't want to lose to Atlanta. You know, he just came there. I will fight for that man. That man has pushed me ever since I've been here. He's gonna continue to lead this team, and I'm gonna continue to follow him.
Jameis, thank you so much. We appreciate the
I
time.
appreciate
And
y'all
it was
too.
great having you up here. Up next, come on out. We have Tampa Bay Bucks linebacker Levante
My dog.
David
What's up,
joining us.
Yes,
More
sir.
First Take with Bucks Camp in a
Oh,
moment.
yeah,
Stay
appreciate
here.
y'all. Yeah, all right.
That was great.